I've been coming to Camp Dixie since I was 9. My mother brought me. I was the only person from our church. She brought me, dropped me off, told me I was gonna stay. I cried and cried because I didn't want to stay, didn't know anybody. Best week of my life.
The campfires that we used to have up on the hill, those were very special because we would sing and everyone would share testimonies and everyone would just grow close during those times, and it was very special.
Tony and Steve Lawson and Steve Ross leading the campfires and just telling stories and just singing, and it was just there was a small group back then. We were only maybe 50 campers, so it was a very tight-knit group. Those were probably my favorite.
When I first came to Wilmington, the Camp Dixie was right next door to the church that we had there. It was a little cinder block building. My husband and some of the people rode horseback around the campground when they were, surveying the land.
As a camper, we created a love tape, recorded it on a cassette tape about the girls, and they blackmailed us with it. And then another one at secondary staff, we were called the Duck Patrol. We were trying to rescue these baby ducks all week long in the rain, swimming out here in the lake.
You know, we swam, we canoed, we caught geese, we caught turtles. I mean, we had a big time.
I remember sitting on fences. We had to sit out here, the counselors, and watch the dorms so that the guys and the girls wouldn't sneak out at night. I remember Miss Ivy, who used to be our cook, would leave pies and cookies and cakes for the counselors. We'd come down and raid the kitchen.
Activities were always fun, and the messy games were always fun. Good times, good memories, and just making the friendships that I have they're lifelong. I've had them ever since I've been here. The friends, we're still friends. We get together. It's like we've never been apart.
I still run into people every day from camp, and I've met my lovely wife here at camp. So it's been a wonderful place that's impacted a lot of lives.
And the camaraderie, I still have friends and we will say, remember what happened at Camp Dixie that year? So a lot of memories were made with a lot of people. And those memories are too numerous to even mention here. I mean, I can just sit and think of people that I met that I hadn't seen since Camp Dixie many, many, many years ago. But I know if I saw them today, I just ran into somebody I hadn't seen in 25 years. And it was like old home week immediately, like we'd never been apart. Things like those kind of memories really stir me.
Back when Camp Dixie was formed, there was a bunch of men and some women, and my dad was one of them, Milburn Wood, and I would come down to Camp Dixie and help him rake and do whatever. He was a carpenter, and that was my earliest memories of Camp Dixie here. And today it is a beautiful place.
My dad, Buddy Jernigan, my uncle Orville Tart, and my uncle Gene Tart, their passion for this place, I remember as a child. I mean, that's when they'd get together, that's what they'd talk about. It's about Camp Dixie and what they wanted to do with Camp Dixie. And they were always striving to make it better. Of course, that was when it was in its infancy, the first year. But then I attended for the next 5 years, and it got better every year.
My granddad, Lee, his daughter, my mother, went to camp when it was the old Camp Dixie at Wilmington, and he saw how she felt. He saw what the difference it made in her life, and he was very much a man who wanted to see things done, not only for his family, but for the other people in the Advent Christian Church at the time, and now in the larger global community. For him, it meant a place for his daughter and other young people like her to have a place to go, a place to be, a place that was important to them, a place to learn about God. I know he and the other founders went through a lot to preserve it and to make it a place that would continue to be that for many, many generations. And they have. They've done it. They've succeeded.
Camp Dixie is my happy place.
It's the greatest camp there ever was, and still is, Camp Dixie. It's a tradition in our family.
I don't know, just something about this place that you can just put all your worries away and come here and just have a good time.
I learned here all sorts of different crafts, from staining buildings to painting buildings to planting crepe myrtles to lifeguarding to cleaning toilets, cooking eggs, washing dishes. So it kind of prepared me for any walk of life I chose.
We actually worked together, met here, got engaged here, got married here, have never left the place. So it's just part of our livelihood.
When I was in high school, junior high school, I was the little overweight girl. I couldn't just really walk up to people and talk to them or feel like I was a part of the group. Wasn't in the popular crowd. But when I was here at camp, I had a place.
Camp Dixie is the reason I am who I am today. I would say that this place raised me, nothing to take away from my mom and dad, but they sent me here.
It's a place where people can come together and experience great things together and grow in their faith with God.
I look at it as a sacred place, but I just feel the presence of God when I come onto the campgrounds.
It just holds a dear, deep spot in my heart. This is where I made a commitment that Lord just direct me, and in that direction He brought me my wife Amy and got me into full-time ministry.
I found, Christ in a way that was natural. It just happened here. What a beautiful place for it, and to bring people to Christ like that. It made an impact on my entire life. It still does.
Camp is so special to me because I gave my heart and life to Jesus up there at the chapel, kneeling at that altar when I was 12. I just praise God for His hand that has been in this camp for so long and will continue to be.